Holy shit, I'm all kinds of fucked up right now. I don't know if you guys can hear me okay. Can you guys hear me? Because I wanted to say something really special real quick if you guys can hear me okay. Bana, ba-bana, bana, ba-bana, do the lucky lady. Oh, wait, there is an echo? Here we go. Hold on. I had a feeling. Give me a second. How about now? Do you hear an echo now? Ray and I fucking... You still hear the echo? There's nothing to echo, though. Hold on. Everything else is off. How about now? Can you hear me now? Where's Ray when you need him? I only have one mic, bro. Literally everything else is turned off. I don't know what Ray did. Hold on, I'm looking. Where is Ray? Freddie, what's up, buddy? Hold on, I'm going to talk for a second. I'm going to get my phone up to my ear. Hold on. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, it does sound weird, huh? Where the fuck is Ray? Fucking Ray. Exactly, Art. It sounds right in Discord, but not on the stream. Alright, give me a second. Let me look at this real quick. Do 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 bana ba bana do the lucky lady. Dude, there's nothing else that I can see. I should call Ray on his cell phone. Dude, I was getting ready to tell you guys a story and everything. Ba 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 ba. Do 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 do. Let me do this one. How's that? Does that sound better? Check 1 2 1 2. Check check check. Better or worse or the same? Better or worse or the same? What the fuck? I don't know what the fuck happened. Hold on a second. Wow. I don't know. What did... So Ray messed up all my stuff and then he took off for tonight. I should call him. Oh yeah, Freddie. It was happy birthday yesterday. Happy birthday again, buddy. I don't understand. Hold on a second, everybody. Everything looks good on my end. I don't know what's going on. Oh, look at Gunny gifting subs. That's great. Oh, you gave one to Thump, who's not here. All right, you guys, give me a second. Hold on. Working on something. Bro, nothing. It's all exactly how we had it yesterday. But everybody's saying I sound echoey. Everything else is turned off except for my mic. I made one change to see if it was the thing and it wasn't. All I did was I changed this. Or no, hold on. But that was after it was already all fucked up anyway. Give me 1 second. I want to put this back to this, because that's where we left it. Ba 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 ba. Everyone hears me echoing now.
How's that sound, everybody? Is that better? Worse? The same? Is that better? Is that the same? Is it worse? Can you even hear me at all, actually? What do you know? Ray, you should have caught that shit yesterday. Is my webcam even on? I don't know. All right. Hey, so should I go back and play the music over and everything? Should I start off? Or should I just go to the chat and see, look at, we've got a level 2 hype train already. Freddie Trammell, you are subscribed. What's that? Hey, how about I shove my mic up your ass? And you don't have a snowball. That's a really round, big mic, just so you know. All right, Freddie. Freddie subscribed again. Good for you. Thank you, Freddie. Everybody else, I'll be checking subscriptions after this. So if you're not subscribed, make sure you are. Gunny just hooked a bunch of people up. But Crazy was the second person in, followed by myself. Apparently, I was the third one in my own show. Annie, the Beeve is here. Nate Hall, David Leathers, Churchill. I said Crazy Canuck already. Freddie, Keith, Art Vandalay, or Art G-Man. Who else? And then Gunny. Look at all these gifts. You gave away 5. Hey, here's what's funny. You gave away 5. 2 of them aren't even in the league. Let's see. You don't get to choose that shit. All right, let me see who else is here. I'll bet you Twin Screw's here. He is. Hey, Twin Screw. What's happening? And then Leathers and Britton are hiding along with Gunny, and that's about it. So let me see. What's the count here? Count is there is no count. There's only 15 of us. All right, well, we can still party with 15 of us. So 2 things. First of all, happy birthday to Freddie yesterday. Hopefully most of you said happy birthday to him. Also, as I mentioned in my ping today, very bittersweet day. Would have been Robo's 56th birthday. As you see on the screen, I had to put a little something up for my boy, Robo. And talked a lot about him today. I texted with his son a little bit. Obviously, you can imagine it's a very tough day for them. So, first birthday with him being gone. So, keep them in your thoughts and prayers if you would. I would appreciate it. You guys already all know how much he's meant to me over the years. So, that being said, welcome to Mondays in the Mob. Keith is here with me, Special K in his house. He's going to share some special stats later on. Keith, how are you doing, bro? What have you been doing the last couple of weeks since we haven't done anything for like 2 weeks? Yeah. So nothing special at all? I mean, you're Special K. You got to have something special. Come on. Dude, you're killing the ratings, bro. Oh. Maybe. Why? Can nobody hear him? Wait, no, I heard him. I could. No, hold on. I can hear him on my phone. I hear him. He was just low. I turned him up a little bit. I don't know. Keith, say something. I'll tell you if I can hear you. Can you guys hear Keith? No, said no. Hold on. How about now? How about now? Greg, Keith, go ahead. I have him unmuted. Hold on. Over, you mean in settings or? Yeah, on which one? On Discord? Hold on, everybody. We were working on this. Remember, my computer ate shit, so we had to reset everything. Oh. What audio thing? Hold on. There you go. What do you want to see? Yeah. Well, members only baseball is the only other choice.
There you go. Yeah, that works. It's working now.
Oh, now my shit's really loud. Wow, what the fuck? I have mine way down, lower than normal. All the settings must have changed in here or something. All right, Keith, talk now. Let's see if they can hear you. Could you guys hear Ray when he was talking?
Yeah, can everyone hear me?
You might have to turn down the Discord audio mixer, but they should be able to hear us now. Keep Karen muted.
All right, so check 1 2. All right, we're gonna do live sound checks real quick. 1 2 1 2. Am I too loud or am I too soft or am I just right?
You're a little loud on my end.
Wow, look how low my shit is. Yes, but we need more axes. Sounds like I'm deep throating. Well, you don't know what I'm doing. That's why I don't have the camera on. Let's see. Hey, yeah, Churchill, listen, everything was great until my computer decided to eat shit. And I'm still loud. Holy fuck. All right, Keith, go ahead.
I don't know. It sounds like I'm fine, I guess.
Your meter looks good. And my meter looks good too, actually. Ray, go ahead.
Yeah, what's up?
I just want to. Does everybody sound good now, you guys? I'm always close to the microphone. Like, I haven't changed anything that I've ever done.
Is my $50 microphone really better than yours, Dave?
Dave, you might want to go downstairs.
I'm going to go downstairs. Is my mic still cracking? How's that even possible?
I don't know.
It might just be like your mic through Windows. We'll fix it after.
Hey, you hear that? We're going to fix it after. Pink Lisa said you were hard. Hey, yo. Dave sounds like shit. That's all right. Whatever. Anyway, happy birthday to Freddie. Happy birthday to Robo. Welcome back, everybody, to Mondays in the Mob. Let's talk some fucking baseball, finally. What are we, like, fucking 15 minutes in? We haven't even talked yet. We are in week 5. This is going to be week 5. You guys are doing week 4 progression because we progress after the week. Going into week 5. There is your schedule. And you're good. All right, Zach. 5-7 Cubs at the 8-4 Orioles. 5-7 Yankees at the 6-6 Cards. That's probably going to be reversed tomorrow. I think Yankees and Cards will go first. Cubs and Orioles will be the nightcap. So because I feel like that is going to be a better series, and if that changes, you know how we do it. We'll switch things up on Thursday if it's not. Doug Day saying Yanks with a 3-game sweep coming up. Yeah, I don't know about that. I mean, yeah, come on. Doug, whatever drugs you're on, bro, good for you, man. They sound amazing. By the way, Greg Luda's in the house, and Doug Day, and a few others that missed the shout-outs, but have telling me that I sounded like shit, so thank you for that. I think Clams was in there and Corn as well. Let me go around the horn real quick, and Yogi will be here around 9, and then we have some other guests coming on around 9:30 to 9:45, and I'll talk about that some more in a minute. Keith, let me go to you first. You see the standings. You know what's been going on. We've been on a couple-week hiatus while my computer's getting fixed. It still has more fixing to do, by the way, so I may be without a computer again coming up, but hopefully we'll get through the next couple weeks. How do you see these series going down objectively? It seems like Cubs have all the momentum. Orioles, the only team, right, so far that's won a series every single week, but Cubs with 2 in a row. So tell me about Cubs and O's. What are your thoughts?
It's an interesting one just because, first of all, Soto is the best pitcher in the league, full stop.
Yep.
I don't think a whole lot of people will argue against that. And so the real challenge there, I think, is going to be the Cubs offense, just because that's been the story of the season for them, really is just getting Soto run support, because that's been a real struggle for them. If they can do it, I think that they have a shot to take the series, potentially. I think part of that is also just because, as we all know, the O's suck at neutral site games.
Yeah, that's why I'm getting rid of it next season.
Right.
New rule.
Yeah. As expected, Dave pulling a Dave move and just getting rid of all the rules he doesn't like.
Also, the Orioles have to play at home every week. Oh shit. Anyway, all right. What about Yankees at Cardinals? This is an interesting one to me, Keith, because Yankees were hot for a while. They lose back-to-back series to Cubs, who before that point had not won anything, and now the Cards coming off the back-to-back series losses as well. So one of these teams is going to have 3 series losses in a row.
Yeah, I think this is an interesting matchup just because of the I guess I'm trying to think of the words here. I guess the pitching style of Gunny versus what the Cards have done offensively, and seeing which one of those is going to stick, because the pitching style with Gunny, of course, is to draw contact, right? That hasn't been necessarily as advantageous recently as it was to start the season. And the Yanks in week 2, they had 28 hits in 3 games against the Cardinals way back when. That's not good if that happens again, I think, for the Cardinals. Then again, that was back when the Cardinals couldn't do anything on offense. And in 3 of their last 4 games, they've put 7+ runs on the board against the O's with Chris Lee, who right now is on par roughly with how Lisa is doing pitching-wise. So I think it's just 2 main questions. One, can the defense step up for St. Louis? It seems like whenever they've needed to, they've done it this season. And 2, will the offense continue to show up? I think if either one of those questions is a yes, then it seems to me like the Cardinals are going to take the series, but we'll just have to wait and see.
Real quick before I go to Ray and get his thoughts, who'd you pick in the series pick'ems for these 2?
I think I picked Cards O's. I think I just went home.
Yeah, home. Yeah, I could.
Home team.
Yeah, I could see that. Ray, your thoughts on these matchups this week before we go into some stats here after this? Cubs at Cards. You heard everything I told Keith about series wins and who's got the momentum, who's the best pitcher in the league, all that. Versus, and then the second game, the Yankees and Cards both coming off of back-to-back series losses.
I honestly didn't even realize that the Cards had back-to-back series losses as well. So that was interesting to find out. Like you said, I'm actually interested in that Yankees-Cards matchup just because of that stipulation. Do the Yankees go 3 series losses in a row? And I would enjoy it with a cigar in my mouth? Or do they finally buck up and figure out how the fuck to get their team up and running again that's not so centered around Lisa Pinky? Same way with the Cubs over there. They need to figure... Again, I'm agreeing with Special K down there. They need to figure out a way to get on base. They need to figure out a way to help support Greg Soto, the top pitcher in MOB right now. But again, they're facing a very hot team right now. This Orioles team didn't look really that hot going into week 1, but then they figured out their way toward the end. And then week 2, week 3, week 4, it's just Orioles winning the first 2 games, winning the series, and them just falling flat on their face with the neutral field.
Yeah, Doug Day, real quick question. Week 5 this week, week 6 next week, then playoffs. Correct. So playoffs are going to be 2 out of 3, and I don't know if you... There was a broadcast a while back, and Wink suckered me into making the World Series 3 out of 5, I think we said. So it's going to be week 5 this week, week 6 next week, playoffs, best 2 out of 3 the week after that, and then 5-game World Series the week after that. So the next 4 weeks are loaded up. Last question, and I'm going to give you like 10 seconds each real quick. Ray, first, do the Yankees go as Pink Lisa goes? It seems to me that teams like the Cubs have shown they can win or lose, actually mostly lose when Soto doesn't pitch well. Orioles have shown that they can win when Chris Lee doesn't pitch well. But with the Yankees, to me, it seems, and I don't have the data in front of me, but it seems like when Lisa pitches well, they win, and when they don't, and when she doesn't, they don't. Do the Yankees live or die with their pitching in particular?
Wow. Way to point out that if you pitch very well, you can win a game.
Well, I mean, you know, I was tutored by John Madden, so.
Honestly, Yankees just need to figure out their batting order pretty much. Feel like they had it before in the previous weeks, but until they face the Cubs, that batting order just hasn't been living up to what it's needed to be.
Yeah, last thing too, Keith, on your end, I think I saw a post in your locker room by Gunny that said if you take away that one game where we blew you out, you guys actually outscored us last week. Is it just going to be a matter of offense for the Cardinals to win their series?
For me, yes, I think so. Just because I think the Cardinals' defense has shown that they can step up enough. It's truly just a matter of whether or not the offense can continue on this streak that they're on.
Yeah, I think I have O's in cards. I took home as well. Of course, I'm going to pick the Orioles because I'm on that team. But I don't know. There's just something off with the Yankees right now, losing back-to-back series against a Cubs team that hadn't won a series before then. I think things are a little awkward in New York right now, and they got to get on track. Moving on to stats. These are your league leaders, if I'm reading this correct. This is up through week 4, correct?
Yes. Yeah, this is all cumulative totals through week 4.
Gotcha. Jeff Banfield leading the league in batting average at 370, followed by Doug Day, Delaney, Benji, Churchill, Greg Luda, Freddie, and is that Bumpy Johnson now? Is there that big of a gap from 302 to 267?
Yes. Yeah, it surprised me.
Wow, that's crazy. And is our G-Man tied with Bumpy, or am I missing something?
Yeah, so it's Bumpy, Worm, and Art G-Man all tied.
Oh, I see Worm there. Okay. All right. You guys see the on-base. You see slugging, OPS. Benji leading the league with 15 ribbies, followed by Art G-Man. So, like you guys mentioned, the Orioles offense, 27 RBIs between two of their hitters. Calvin Klein leading the league in walks. Unfortunately, and I feel bad for Frank, so let me give Frank a compliment before we beat him up a little bit here. He might be my favorite outfielder to watch this season. I think he probably, if we were tracking putouts, he would probably have the most, or at least he has the best, right?
Yeah, he'd be up there, I think.
Yeah, but here's the thing: 22 strikeouts, but also number 2, Rocco McLovin, also a Cardinal. And we've talked a lot on this show and during broadcasts about how much the Cardinals strike out. Something they obviously need to rectify going down the home stretch here the last 2 weeks. Benji, of course, leading home runs and extra base hits, followed by Joe Delaney, Art G-Man, and then there's a mix there. Keith, as you were doing the stats through week 4, did anything stand out, jump off the page, surprise you? League averages, dog water. This league is carried by 7 players, pretty much, right, Wink? Anything jump out at you or anything, Keith, as you were going through all this intel this week?
Yeah, I mean, there was nothing super crazy. It's all still like the same people on the list. Of course, the numbers are a little different. I do think one interesting trend that I saw is that in general, the league average hitting numbers went up, but the average OBP, slugging, and OPS of the top, what was it, probably top 3 guys all went down. So all the top 3 guys all went down. But the whole league average went up.
Wait, so did the gap close, or did the other people below them also go down?
It was just the top guys. So like Jeff Banfield, for example, his average after week 3 was 394, for example, and OBP was 417, something like that. I think Benji's OPS was around 1285, and now it's 1238. That kind of thing. Yeah, so, I mean, I don't know if that means that everyone else is catching up to them or if they're coming back to the field. Who knows? We're going to have to wait and see. But, yeah, I mean, I know that the intention with revamping the progressions was probably to nerf the pitchers a little bit, and I think that's kind of what we saw last week.
We seem to be kind of going back and forth. We're all learning our way here, you guys. I had a nice conversation with the Cubs in their earnings channel today. This is season 1. It's the first time we've all done this on this game. It's a brand new game. We're all learning it as we go. But I think we finally found our groove now with the rules that we put in place. Field position players getting 7 points a week. Pitchers only getting 3 because they get a lot of the bonus points. I think we found a nice balance. So I'm hoping to ride this out the rest of the season. And if it works the way that I think it's going to work, and you guys are where I would hope, within a range of where I hoped you were going to be after season 1, then we'll continue that. Ray, the obvious things, Cardinals strike out a lot, Orioles, score a lot of runs, blah, blah, blah. But you see any anomalies on here or anything that jumps out at you like that's a surprise, or I didn't realize that person, was so good, or that guy sucks so much, or any of that?
For the amount of strikeouts that Joe Delaney has at 17 there, it's kind of surprising to see that he's one of the top 3 people in home runs with 7. But that also just means he needs to stop swinging at a lot of fucking bullshit.
Well, he's probably the most accurate McBonza, right? The McBonza was set up to, not have good plate discipline, not have good plate vision, all that stuff, but but when you do finally hit the ball, you crush it, right? So as far as an archetype goes, he's pretty on point. But you've noticed though, Ray, other guys like Benji and Art and them don't seem to have that same issue.
No, Benji and Art just seem like they know their position, they know it very well, and they can find that ball over the middle of the plate as well.
I mean, they're down there at 14, which is still top, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 or so, but not as bad as...
they're up there, but they're not... They kind of understand, when they need the swing, and they know the timing of everything. I mean, Benji's... Ever since week 1 started, Benji's just automatically, there's a home run. Benji's at the bat again. Let's wait for another fucking home run. Let's wait for it. There he goes.
I will say this, Keith. I don't know if you have this in front of you. Danny Morgan is jumping out at me. We know he had a hell of a week I don't know if it was 3 or 4, where he had like 2 home runs, a triple, or 2 home runs, a double, some shit in one game, and he ended up having just a great week. I'm assuming that most of those stats I'm watching are literally just from the last 2 weeks for him.
Yeah, pretty much, more or less, which is surprising. I guess so. Y'all were talking about strikeouts for like some of the Orioles guys.
Yeah.
Right. So I can tell you right now, the strikeout numbers are good for the Orioles in particular. So for reference. Hold on one second here. Yeah, so Cardinals, Cubs, and Yankees have all struck out over 100 times cumulatively. I think the Cubs are the lowest of those 3 at like 104. The Orioles have struck out 87 times total.
That's huge. Now, I'm assuming the Cardinals are number 1. How big is their number?
129.
So yeah, 129. New York is at 14. So 129, 114, 107, then all the way down to 80 something. That's wild.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And it's kind of been it's kind of been like that for the last few weeks, which is kind of weird because I don't know if there's that much of a discrepancy as far as like attributes are concerned. So
right, and I can't imagine we've put way more into plate vision and discipline than anybody else, right?
No, I'm not sure. I don't have that offhand, but I doubt it.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so.
I don't know for sure.
Ray, what did you just say a second ago?
He was saying that the lowest, I think, strikeouts was like 80 by a team. Is that the Cubs?
No, it's Orioles. Orioles.
Fuck the Orioles. Speaking of fuck the Orioles, Red Sox beat the Orioles. Let's go.
Gunny, thanks for rubbing that in my face in chat. Dave saying he's one of the few Orioles that didn't actually hit one over the fence against the Cardinals. I mean, that's a good thing and a bad thing at the same time. Appreciate that. I do love that you're orange on my screen, though, Gunny, just like a nice Oriole is. All right, final thoughts on the overall stats through 4 weeks. Keith, I'll give you first, and then we'll go to Ray.
Yeah, so just one last one as a homer note. So in addition to leading the league in walks, I'm also tied with a couple of people for most hit by pitches.
What are those cumulatively, I want to hear those.
Cumulatively, I lead the league in walks / hit by pitches. Logical conclusion: pitchers are scared to pitch to Calvin Klein.
God,
bullshit.
No, I don't think that's it at all, bro. I think they just want to shut you up.
That, or y'all got to throw more pitches in the zone, or else I'm just going to keep looking at them.
Apparently.
It's just like leaving you stranded on the base.
Dude, I got to be honest with you. My favorite hit by pitch is still the Bumpy Johnson one, but Ray?
Yeah, probably.
Ray, what are your final thoughts here as we wrap up the stats for week 4?
Hey, congratulations to Private Clams on making the home run list over there. Definitely got one before me. I'm totally not upset and jealous about it.
Well, there's 8 players with 2. I imagine there's a bunch with 1 as well. So,
yeah. Also, congratulations to Anastasia on the first Grand Slam.
Yes, that was money. That was great. All right, folks. There's your week 4 cumulative stats, or I should say through 4 weeks. You see the league averages along the bottom. the batting average is killing me, 232. But I think, didn't we talk a couple weeks ago, Keith, that we're pretty close to MLB? Wasn't MLB like 240 something or 250 something? When we
I thought it was like 242.
Yeah. So
And after week 3, it was like 225. So it went up, which I think is what we wanted.
yeah.
So.
All right. So I think we're good. I think we're getting in there, folks. Like I said, we're all learning it. We're all figuring it out. All right. Let's go through week 3 Mob Weekly Award winners first, and then we'll go through week 4. To be honest with you, I don't have them all up, the candidates, like I normally do, because if you saw my message, I was literally running into the house at like 8:15 tonight. So we're just going to say them. Week 3 team, to be honest with you, it's been so long, I don't even remember half the shit anyway.
I don't either, don't worry.
Well, let's see who wins. Week 3, again, not the last week. We still got to do week 4. This is from not 2 physical weeks ago, 2 playing weeks ago. Week 3. Week 3, team of the week is, I'm not even going to do a drum roll. We're just going to go, unless Ray wants to do it. We had 38 people. By the way, week 3, that's the most people we've ever had. We had 35 in week 1, 35 in week 2. Thanks, Ray. Your timing is impeccable, as always.
I did that shit on purpose.
Oh, I must have had something really important to say again. I don't know. Anyway, we had 35 responses in week 1. We had 35 responses in week 2. We only had 34 for week 4. So week 3, 38 responses, the highest. I will just read these as we go. Cubs win. Week 3 team of the week. That was their first series win in week 3, including one shutout. They had that week. Finishing second were the Orioles, 2-1 in week 3 with their third series lead. And then it looks like the Yanks and the Cards each got, looks like maybe one vote in there. Week 3 non-pitcher player of the week is... And remember, you guys track these because everybody's going to have a really big progression next week since we don't have since you're not be able to put these week 3 on for this week. So next week you'll be double dosing there a little bit. Mob week 3 non-pitcher player of the week went to overwhelmingly Freddie Flash, 5 of 13, 3 homers, 4 ribbies, and 4 runs. And Ray Bashan finishing second, 5 of 13, 2 RBIs, a run. And that's when he had that winning suicide squeeze bunt, which helped the Cubs win their first series, which was great. Yogi's in the house real quick. Yogi, what's up, buddy? How you doing? You home yet or you driving home?
No, I just got in my truck on the way home.
Awesome. All right, well, we talked about this week's schedule. We talked about stats. We're going through week 3 awards now, and then we'll slow things down a little bit when we get to week 4 awards.
There you go.
All right. Pitcher of the week, way back in week 3, is Raymond.
All right, your mic is fucked up pretty bad.
It was Soto by a landslide. He went 1-0. He led the league in strikeouts with 23. Actually, he tied with Chris Lee, it looks like. That's when they both got a point. I do remember that. Gunny finishing second. Looks like Chris and Lisa each with a point. Week 3, Web Gem of the week. I don't even remember any of the candidates, so let's just hit the drum roll on this bad boy. It's
Corner, probably.
Whoa.
Oh, okay. Oh, so Korn had 2 of those plays. He had one in the hole, one up the middle, so he wins. Second place was Biff Markham with that throw in. He actually literally did a flip to gun down Luda at the plate. That was wild. David Leathers throwing out Tommy Gunn on the stolen base. Got 3rd, and then Bullet with the sliding catch got 4th. And then it looks like the Cardinals. Who am I missing? Cardinals, myself, and Yogi all got a couple votes there maybe. So congrats to Corn King for Web Gem of the Week. And then your final Week 3 award, Week 3 Play of the Week. And that was, because I remember these all so well. Oh, it was Ray's suicide squeeze bunt to bring the winning run home for the Cubs. Congrats. Not a boy, Ray.
Who could
At
have
least
guessed?
I win one of them.
Well, dude, Lisa taking that comebacker shot off the head, waving off the trainer, staying in the game, finished second. And Joe Delaney's 456-foot bomb in the top of the 10th inning to win that game against whoever they were playing that week. Looks like Freddie, Rob, and Benji all got some votes, but Ray takes home player of the week. Ray, how you feel, buddy?
Dude, I feel fucking amazing. Thank you. I didn't think I was going to win that one. I didn't think I was going to win any of them, actually.
Well, that's good. I mean, you didn't get player of the week, but you got player of the week, so at least you got something.
Yeah. I just got to be a better player next time.
Comebacker shot should not be worth put together. Get your mind out of the gutter, clams. This isn't a Kardashian thing. All right, here we go. We're going to move on to week 4 now. Now we'll slow things down, take our time. We'll probably remember these a little better, although I still don't have the stuff in front of me. Week 4 award for Team of the Week. Just off the top of my head, I remember that the Cubs won their second series. Orioles won another one. And I think the Orioles led the league in scoring, if I remember correctly. And that's about all I remember. So let's see who Week 4 Team of the Week is voted on by you, the listeners.
Whoop, shit, wrong drum.
Wow. It is the Orioles. Woo! I was like, I had to read that. Wow, that looked pretty close. I don't know how many votes, but it looks like the Cards nor the Yanks got votes. The Orioles outlast the Cubs just a little bit. Let me read this too. Cubs went 2-1, back-to-back series wins, and 15 runs scored. That was the second highest of the week. The O's went 2-1. They had 16 runs, which was the highest, and they won yet another series win, and they lead the league in that. So congrats to the O's. That's another point for Eagle to distribute how he sees fit. And going into Player of the Week, I don't remember him, so let's just hit it.
This should be damn near unanimous.
Hold on. What was that, Keith?
It should be damn near unanimous, in my opinion.
Who do you think it is? Is this the Danny Morgan thing?
Just pull it up and we'll see.
All right. No, we don't need another drum roll. Let's see. Let's get one anyway. Is that what you're thinking?
Well, it's not quite unanimous, but pretty close.
Yeah, I think that was a pretty no-brainer. Danny Morgan, 5 of 13, a double, a triple, 2 home runs, 5 RBIs, and a walk. Rob Forker finishing second. Clamsy finishing third. Doug Day, you didn't get a vote, but you got a nomination, buddy. So everybody's got their role, I guess. I think. Let me go around on this one. We don't have to talk about the team one as much, but the Player of the Week, Yogi, since you the last one on here, let me ask you. Danny Morgan had a hell of a week. 2 games in particular that were just crazy. Do you think the voters got it right here, saying Danny Morgan is the Week 4 Player of the Week?
I think so. That's what I thought he was going to get it. He had a heck of a week, and he was complaining about not having very many hits, and he made up for it in one series.
Yeah, I agree with that. Obviously, Keith, we know your opinion on that. So let me go to Ray. Ray, did we get it right this week? Danny Morgan, your Player of the Week?
Hey, I don't know about this week because this week I was out in South Carolina, so I wasn't able to watch
you
any
weren't
of the
around.
games.
That's right. I forgot you were. Oh yeah. All right. Well, you can go.
Well, I voted based on numbers alone. So on numbers alone, then yeah, Danny got it right.
Nice.
He's just here to do drums. He's just here to do drums.
He's just here so he won't get fined and do the drum.
I also
roll.
have a gong here.
Oh, that's a Top Gun. Dude, that's the Top Gun one, though. That one gets me motivated. All right. So congrats, Danny Morgan, Crazy Canuck, Week 4 Player of the Week. Moving on to Week 4 Pitcher of the Week. We knew who the 4 pitchers are. I think this is probably going to be pretty unanimous as well. So hit the drum roll, and then I'll get some reactions. Wow.
Yep.
It's fucking Pac-Man.
Yep.
So this reminds me very much of a few weeks ago when everybody said Lisa should have won it, and then she got them all except for 1 vote. Same thing happened here. Soto got all the votes except for 1, and Chris Lee was the only one that got that. And by the way, I don't think it was Chris Lee that voted for himself. I don't think. I feel like I went back and checked, and it wasn't. So Soto got it. And, dude, see, Soto was going to be on with us tonight. And he was running late from a thing, but it looks like he's on, too, as well. Greg, you want to jump in just for a second and tell us how you feel about winning? Did he just win last week's, too? Week 3? He did, right?
Yeah, he won. He just won back to back.
He just won week 3 and week 4 pitcher of the week. Greg, how you feeling, buddy?
I feel good, man. And I'll tell you one thing. Danny Morgan deserves it because going back to the previous award, because I pitched against him, so I know how good of a week he had. So I voted for him. So, I mean, I pitched against that. So congrats, Danny Morgan. But, yeah, no, it feels good, man. It feels good to win this stuff. Look, it's going to come in waves. We got some good pitchers in here. And I'm just happy that I've been able to pitch well, and then the Cubs have been scoring runs, and we've been able to win 2 series in a row. So I feel good, man. I appreciate everybody voting for me, and hopefully I can keep it going. And like I posted in there before, I'm going to try to fix that minor stat glitch that the Orioles don't have 100+ strikeouts. So let's see what happens this week.
Yeah, I'm not putting that in this week. I postponed that to next week. Yogi and Greg, you guys going to be able to both stick around for the rest of the show?
I do my best.
Okay. Greg, you going to be around?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good here.
Okay. Yep. All right, sweet. All right, let's move on to week 4, Web Gem of the Week. There were a bunch. I don't remember them, so hit the drum roll.
Oh!
What the fuck? Oh, God. Here we go. All right, so let's go through. Chris Lee, the behind-the-back snag to throw out Freddie, wins. Second place, Greg Soto with the barehanded pickup to throw Doug Day out on that bunt. I do remember these as I'm saying them now. Leathers finished, Orioles with the 4-6-3 double play, by the way, which began with a great a catch by Eagle to get it started. And then, who's yellow? No, you're red. Oh, I'm sorry. And then Leathers throwing out Ray, and then Delaney, the jumping snag on that bumpy line drive. I think these were all great. Let me start. I'm going to start down here at the bottom. I'm going to work my way up. Yogi, these were all good. I don't know if you remember who you voted for, but do you think Chris Lee's behind the back snag to throw out Freddie is the best play of the week or web gem of the week?
I think all of them were good. It was a tough call. I don't remember who I voted for at this point, but any one of them deserved to win. It was just what kind of play do you like, when it came down to voting.
Yeah, I agree with that. Keith, what about you?
I have seen a behind-the-back snag by a pitcher in person. I still have no idea how those dudes do it, so anytime that happens, I got to pick that.
Yeah, that's it. Ray, did the voters get it right? Chris Lee first, Soto second. Like Keith just said, the pitchers went 1-2 on this.
It's very hard to snag a ball just coming straight at you, and especially doing it behind the back and getting the throw out.
Yeah.
Chris Lee definitely deserves this one.
Yeah. Soto, you finished second to Chris Lee. How do you feel about the results, and do you remember who you voted for?
Yeah, I remember. I voted for Chris as well. Thank you again for anybody that voted for me, the barehanded pickup. I think that should be a regular play, but I understand it was barehanded. But yeah, Chris Lee deserves it. I didn't see the play, to be honest with you, but just behind the back snag to throw out. Yeah, that's as a pitcher, it's coming at you right away, and to be able to get in the back, on your back, that deserves the nomination and the pick.
Yeah, I think. Does everyone remember Lisa won with the behind the back like in week 1 or 2, didn't she, for the same thing? So. Apparently,
week two, I think.
Yeah.
Pitchers getting some defensive love in this league for sure. All right, let's go to the very final award. It is the play of the week for week 4. And Anastasia runs away with it with the first ever Grand Slam in Mob history. Bumpy Johnson threatening the umpire with the bat finishes second. Benji's crushing the home run and showboating around the bases finished third, which I think was technically my favorite play of the week. followed by Danny Morgan crushing the foul pole. The greatest part about that play is if you listen to it, you can hear the ding. It crushes the foul pole. It's loud. And then Biff Markham getting his first RBIs of the season on a 2-run jack. All great plays. I'm gonna go real quick through this. Give me like 10 seconds each. Craig, I'm gonna start with you. Anastasia with the first Grand Slam mob history. Is that a no-brainer?
Yeah, no brainer.
It is. Yeah. Ray, what about you?
Damn, Bumpy hitting the ball straight toward Lisa and now threatening an ump with the bat. I think we need to get anger management classes going.
I don't fucking disagree on that. Keith, what do you think?
Yeah, I think a forgotten part of that Grand Slam was that those runs helped the O's take the lead in that moment. So as part of that bigger comeback. So yeah. Right, yeah, it just made that moment even bigger.
Yeah, Crazy Canuck in the chat says the foul pole sound made him laugh. He watched it like 5 or 6 times. I had to listen to it like 2 or 3 times too. Crazy. Yogi, final thought on this. Did the voters get it right with Anastasia?
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing Keith did. It was huge momentum, giving them the lead and getting them a win in that series. So I thought it was a no-brainer.
Yeah, I think all of these were great. Listen, every week that I do these, I watch them all. I go through all the highlights and I try, and then I pick which ones I think are the best. And I gotta be honest, every single time I do this, I was like, oh, that could win, that could win, that could win.
Yeah.
And on any other, maybe on another week, maybe Benji's wins or maybe Bumpy's wins or whatever. It's just, it depends on what you're up against that particular week. But congrats to all the week 3 and week 4 award winners. Remember, everybody gets 1 point. On team of the week, the owners, that's just an extra point for them to distribute how they want. They can use it. They can give it away. It's up to them. All of that will be on your next earnings period. Everybody should have already progressed for this week. I will be diving into that after the show tonight, as well as checking up on subscriptions. So if you're not subbed by tomorrow, if you're not subbed by tonight, I'll shoot you a DM. Well, actually, no, I'm not gonna shoot you a DM. I will repost it in the ping. I won't ping everyone because it'll be late, but I'll repost it in there. If your name's not on there, you need to resub. That's it. Fuck your sub. Fuck your face there, Corn. That's it for the week 3 and week 4 awards. We have a clap soundboard there, Ray, for all our week 3 and week 4 award winners here in the mob. Golf clap. I love golf claps. Hey, real quick before we get into our breaking news, which is we are expanding next season, and we're going to go into that here in a second. But I got a little story time with Dave real quick before we go. I've been trying to. Has anybody watched that? I can't remember the name of it now, of course, because I'm on the spot. But the show on Netflix about the PGA Tour. Anybody know the name of that off the top of their head? I would imagine Keith should know about it.
The Netflix show about the PGA Tour.
Swing.
Full swing or something like that. Yeah. Dude. So I love it. Like I've watched 2 seasons. I'm making the 3rd season of it or something like that. And so I tried to get Lisa to watch it with me the other day. And I don't know, a lot of people in here are married, boyfriends, girlfriends, fiancés, whatever. And I don't know if you know your significant other's cues, the sighs, the yawns, the, being uncomfortable, moving themselves around. Dude, we couldn't even make it through 2 episodes, and I think she hated every fucking minute of that show. And I was so disappointed because I really wanted to watch it with her. And Lisa broke my heart. So now you know what kind of woman I'm married to, everyone. Dude, it was so bad, Keith. Have you watched the show, bro?
I watched season 1, and then I got kicked off my parents' Netflix account, so I haven't seen season 2 yet.
Dude, my kids got lucky because like 10 years ago, when we lived in California, we switched from what's the yellow? Was it Sprint back then? I think or Verizon. We either Sprint or Verizon. I can't remember which one. And
yellow's Sprint.
We switched over to T-Mobile. And T-Mobile, we got free Netflix for life on each phone, for each phone. So everybody has their own Netflix account, free for life. It's like the best deal ever. And so...
Have you watched the SEC one?
No, it's on my list, though. I want to watch
excellent.
It.
It's awesome.
Yogi, have you watched the golf one?
Oh, yeah, both of them.
Oh, dude, I thought it was great, and apparently she hated every minute of it. But anyway, so I just wanted to tell you that.
Yeah.
That and the fact that the other thing I wanted to tell everybody tonight is Lisa and I went out to dinner Saturday night. Went to this really nice place that we go to a lot. It's called the Drawing Room inside the Tennessean Hotel. It's a little swanky, whatever, a little bougie, but we like it there because the food's really good. They have great wine. So we had an early dinner there, and then we were trying to drive around. We were trying to find another place to go have a nice cocktail or something after dinner, but we're driving around downtown Knox for a good hour after dinner, and the minor league baseball team here, the Smokies, were having a game, and they use all the downtown parking garages and all this shit, and they bring buses in to take people to the stadium, and then on top of that, there was construction, and I got so fucking fed up, I'm like, fuck it, I just started driving home. Well, there's this fucking Red Lobster in this pretty bad neighborhood on the other side of the freeway, on the other side of the tracks, on the other side of the freeway from us, and it's not in a good neighborhood, but I had read that Red Lobster has a new CEO, and I would love to dress like Paint Stewart. By the way, Gunny, Paint Stewart was my favorite golfer, and that is a tragedy, man. You're gonna make me cry right now if we talk about Paint Stewart. I don't like the guy who tries to dress like him that left to live golf, though. The guy from England, I don't know his name, but he was like 40-something years old, and he was starting to suck, so he jumped over to live to get that money. Anyway.
Jasper Parnavik.
Yeah, or whatever. Yeah, he was kind of.
Yeah.
Or was it him?
It wasn't. That's not the guy. That's not the guy.
You know who I'm talking about, though.
I think so. I actually don't know off the top of my head, but I think I do.
Either way, he wears all the plaid pants and stuff like Paint Stewart did. But anyway, I told Lisa, I heard that Red Lobster has a new CEO, and they've redone their menus and their drink lists and their wine lists and their decorating, probably better than Cracker Barrel did. But I said we should go at least check it out. So we go over there. We're driving. It's a little scary. There's a police car in the parking lot in this area, but we go in anyway. And they were so nice, and they brought us the hot dude. I mean, Red Lobster cheese biscuits are the shit, right? And we get the cheese biscuits, and Lisa has some shrimp cocktail, and we have some good cocktails, and I was like, this is great. And I go ahead, and I pay the bill, blah, 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 and we come home. Well, fast forward to today, Lisa and I are getting ready to go to this Miata event that when I just was rushing home from. And before we walk out the door, I go, hey, do you have my Amex? And she goes, no, why would I have your Amex? I was like, because it's not in my phone and it's not in my with my cash. And did you borrow it for something? She's like, no. And she's like, I got my own Amex. I was like, well, then where the fuck is my Amex? And so we looked to see where was the last place you used it. Fucking Red Lobster. I call Red Lobster. And I go, hey, I think I left my credit card. They go, hey, is this Dave? I go, maybe. And I just want to say for the record, that is the very first time I have ever left my credit card at an establishment sober. I've done it several times drunk, but I've never done it sober. But now I have a Red Lobster story, and it's so great that we went over there today before we went to the Miata thing, and I got my credit card, and we had some more cheese biscuits and a glass of wine. So there you go. So if you get a chance, go check out the new Red Lobster. Yeah, clams. Yeah, we won't even talk about the Cracker Barrel thing. That's terrible. They've lost like $230 million in a week or some shit like that. So, anyway, all right. I stalled long enough because I told certain people I needed to come here at 9:30. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna tell you guys that in season 2 we are going to expand not just one team, and we're not just gonna expand 2 teams. We are going to double the size of the league with teams. Now I have a Red Lobster. It's not something people should be proud of. You always got to twist things, Winkler. Tell us owners first. Who's us owners? Doug Day, what are you doing? We're going to have 8 teams next season. I don't know the details yet. I'm not sure what we're going to do with rosters. I'm not sure how I'm going to have, how the expansion draft is going to work or any of that stuff yet. But just know that for season 2, we will now have 8 teams. I'm going to work out the schedule. It won't be double the games. It'll probably be like a third more games is what I'm thinking. Might do divisions, might not. I'm going to talk to the owners. We'll figure it out. But there will definitely be rivalries. The rivalries that we currently have will stay the same. Cubs and Cards and O's and Yankees. And then these 4 teams will be rivals as well. So I'm going to get a drum roll here in a moment. And I'm going to announce the very first team that we will be adding to Season 2 here in the Mob. And that team is... The A's are coming back, baby.
God damn it.
The A's are coming back, and they will be owned by none other than pitcher extraordinaire himself, the Stash, Greg Soto. Soto, how you doing, buddy? Welcome back to ownership in the sim
Let's
world.
go. Let's go, baby. Let's go. I'm excited. Sorry to my Cubs family. I just this is something that I got to do. The Stash will be going, will be moving southwest over to the west. So yeah, no one wanted this.
So let me ask you let me ask you this. I know we've talked about it a lot, but tell the people listening, why the A's? Why do you want to bring the A's into members only baseball?
Long story short, if people don't know, I'm Cuban. I actually was born in Cuba. So when I came here in the Mario boat lift in 1980, yes, I came on a fucking boat when I was 3. There wasn't really I didn't know any Cubans, man. So my dad was always pushing me to play baseball. I played baseball all the way up to high school, and I've always been a Jose Canseco fan, regardless of what he did or didn't do. That didn't matter to me. That was a person that a lot of us young Cuban kids, when we came up in the 80s, we just looked up to. And and even when I was a little kid playing ball, man, I didn't even know what the teams were and stuff like that. I just knew that my favorite player wore green and gold. And anytime I play in Little League, I didn't care if the team sucked, who the coach was, who the players were. I wanted to be on the team and wear green and gold. So it's just it's my childhood team. And this is just cool. It's cool. I put myself in the game just to look and see. And I'm telling you, man, that uniform with the Soto in the back and the Stash in the front is ready to rock next season.
Hey, so people might be wondering, well, wait a minute. The A's don't have a stadium right now. Where the fuck are the A's going to play?
Yeah, well, like I said, Southwest, we will be in Las Vegas. I have gone into the game, and I have made a stadium that I got to show Dave still, but I have 2 stadiums that I've made from downloads, and then I've kind of made them into an A's stadium. So they will be the Las Vegas Athletics. Will be out of Las Vegas, and it's pretty cool. It's
Awesome.
pretty cool. The stadium, the 2 of the stadium concepts look pretty cool, and I can't wait to show you. There's one that I really like that I've been working on, and needless to say, it's like at 100% capacity. I don't think I could even put another fucking shrub in there, but it looks really, really cool. It does have some Las Vegas, kind of desert looking rock into it as well, along with some good. It just looks like an all-around professional stadium. Looks really, really cool.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing it. I know we've talked a lot about it. I just haven't had eyes on it yet, but we will do that soon. So your first expansion team for Season 2, ladies and gentlemen, the Las Vegas Athletics, owned by Greg Soto. Do we have a clap soundboard, Ray?
I don't think any Cubs are going to be clapping for that.
Hey, and
will everybody have handlebar mustaches on the team?
If they want it, if they want to, they could go ahead and that's another reason. Next year I'm going to be known as El Conquistador. So that's if anybody wants to. That's what I told my wife too. It's funny. That's what I posted a couple of weeks ago. How life imitates art or imitates sim. After I looked at my player, I'm like, man, that's a dashing, good-looking man right there. I need to start wearing a mustache, a little soul patch, and a goatee, and I'm full-fledged into it, man.
Oh,
my wife's on board too. So
nice. Well, hey, a couple quick things I want to mention. to people listening, and especially to owners of current teams. The people that I'm going to be announcing tonight, I specifically told them not to tell anyone. So if you didn't know or you feel like you're blindsided, you're not blindsided. Don't worry about it. Not a big deal. We have contingency plans. I just didn't want word getting out to anybody about anything until we made announcements. So if you want to be mad at somebody, you can be mad at me. That's number one. Number two, when I started this up,
Yeah, thank you for saying that.
oh yeah, well, I mean, it's true. So also,
I did ask if I should tell, and you said no.
should I tell? Like, no. The less people that know, the better. Also, the second thing I want to make sure that everybody knows, when I started the league, I wanted co-ownership. Co-ownership can still be a thing if you want. It's just not going to be required anymore. If you already have co-owners, you can stay that way, or one of you can be owner, one can be GM, whatever. I don't care. It doesn't matter. You don't have to change your structure for this. I'm just saying now, dual ownership is no longer required. You can be a sole owner. Now that we have a season under our belt, people know what they're doing. I understand the game better, and we have systems in place. We've got people doing the spreadsheets and stats and the earnings, all that shit. It's flowing a lot better than I expected for a first season, so I will not make it mandatory to have co-owners anymore. So that being said, I just want to congrats one more time, Greg, and the Las Vegas A's. Well, I said every team is going to have a rival. So that means the A's need a rival. Let's see who they're going to be, Ray. It is the San Francisco Giants. Now, let me tell you something.
This league can't get dirtier and dirtier by the
So let me, before I bring in who's going to own this team, let me just say this. This is almost as bad as me bringing Suck into AACL. Like it's like so close. And if it was anybody else, I probably would have said no. But me and this person have had this Dodgers-Giants rivalry going on ever since we've known each other anyway. So I made an exception. Ladies and gentlemen, the new owner of the San Francisco Giants, Mr. Chad Rowland, or as you know him, Rocco McLovin. Chad, welcome back to ownership, bro. You know I'm like regurgitating it in my mouth right now, right?
Yeah, I kind of assumed that's what was going on.
It's just so ugly.
I know. I mean, look, I think we can both agree that it's not as ugly as that A's logo you got there to the left.
Are you kidding me, dude? I love the A's. That's another reason why I hate the Giants so much is I love the A's.
See, I can't even talk shit with you, man.
Well, let's concentrate on the good stuff.
Yeah. There you go.
All right, so let's tell everybody why the San Francisco Giants, obviously it's because you're their favorite team, but how did they become your favorite team? What's that whole story?
Yeah, so obviously, where I grew up at, I don't have a nice, story on a boat trying to get sympathy votes like Greg does, but, I was just born in the middle of a cornfield, but so when I grew up, obviously I played baseball and I was a huge baseball fan and all that. And so with my dad was a huge Willie Mays fan growing up. And so naturally, we obviously watched the Giants. And so that's where I became a part of, right? He tried to get me to be a Colts fan too. And I eventually became one here.
Everybody has their limits, bro.
Exactly. But
Although, I gotta be honest, I would rather see you go the other way, become a Colts fan than a Giants fan, but go ahead.
But yeah, and the Giants has always been just my team, even through thick and thin. Like, that's the one team that my dad and I just always liked together and still do and still talk about it to this day. So, when you approached about Mob expanding, it was just a natural thing just to take the Giants and bring them in, especially too with, Greg and I being friends and going to make this a true rivalry here in Mob with the A's versus the Giants.
We couldn't ask for anything better, except for maybe Dodgers Giants, but I'll let that go.
Yeah, I'm glad that we don't see the Dodgers in here, right? I don't want to barf either. So
because if we had the Dodgers in, they'd probably win every year, and then you guys would all be pissed and leave anyway. So
Yeah. I mean, you win one ring, and all of a sudden you just act like you've won like 9.
Whatever, bro. I mean, whatever. Hey, Winkler says, pick one, Chad. You friends or rivals, you can't have both.
I mean, that is true. But I mean, but if I was going to pick a rivalry with anybody, at least it's with Greg, right? I mean, if you can always pick a natural rivalry against Eagle because Eagle just sucks a big dong anyway. But that's that's not really fun, and I always usually win that anyway. So I'd rather go up against somebody that actually makes me a challenge, which would be Greg.
Yeah, that is. I mean, this is really the perfect rivalry for sure. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I thought somebody else was trying to talk. I saw the light. I saw it lighting up. But, well, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad that you decided to. And I mean, let's just so everybody knows too. You almost did this for season 1. You were really close to pulling the trigger. You held off. You wanted to wait a season. Go ahead.
Yep. Yeah, I wanted to wait a season, just kind of see what how it played out, and and then the more that we watched and the more we got into it, like the more I really want to bring the Giants back. And then obviously, like I said again, I mean, we talk about natural rivalries, and I was like, well, who the hell's gonna be my rival? Then all of a sudden I find out about Greg and the A's, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is perfect. And so just being able to do that, and we'll see what kind of players we could bring in, but I'm looking forward to this too.
Awesome. All right. I don't know if you got to bounce or not. You're welcome to stick around until I make all the announcements, or if you got to go, you can go. But congratulations to Chad, Roland, Rocco McLovin, and the San Francisco Giants. Golf clap, please, Ray. That's my inner feelings. Oh, shit. That's hilarious. All right, Chad, thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Hopefully you're going to stick around. All right, folks, that's half. Someone trying to talk? I'm just getting a lot of this whole fucking broadcast is shit.
I think you're hearing shit.
What's that?
I think you're hearing shit.
No, I heard something. Anyway, all right, so we're going to move on now to team number 3. So A's and Giants, natural rivalry, no-brainer. So we'll have Cards, Cubs, Yankees and O's, and now A's and Giants. And let's get into our third team of Season 2 expansion. Here come the Miracle Mets, ladies and gentlemen. Can you believe it? And bringing the Miracle Mets is the Miracle Man himself from New York, lives in New York, eats in New York, works in New York. Well, he actually works all over the fucking country, but he is a New York guy since birth, and he wanted to bring the Mets to the mob. And that's none other than my very good friend, Wink, in the house, and he just jumped in the booth. Wink, what's going on? How you doing? Welcome to Mob Ownership, buddy. Are you muted, bro? Can anybody hear Wink? Wink,
Nope.
where?
No, he's quiet.
Oh, he just said hold on to the thing.
Finally, we got a fucking decent looking New York team in this league.
Dude, Soto, look at dude. Soto didn't even wait. He's like silent, just like the Mets bats will be.
All right, dude. For whatever reason, my Discord does not like to go through my audio app.
All right, well, you're good now. So once again, congrats and welcome to Mob Ownership, buddy.
Hey, as I was saying to only myself because nobody else could hear me, it's great to be here, and I'm excited to work along the new owners and show the old owners how to actually submit shit on time. Oh! Did I say that out loud? My bad.
Oh, is this going to be an old school? A one? I guess old school is a little. I mean, it's like one season, but yeah, it's gonna be an old school versus new school thing, or what? You're gonna have multiple rivalries now.
Just bring them all. Bring them all.
Bring them all. Well, tell the boys and girls listening at home why the Mets.
Well, I mean, I got brought to New York on a boat, and I can't use my dad because fucking both of those stories are gone. But so growing up, me and my dad could never decide on a team to cheer for together.
He tried to get me to be a Florida State fan. I became a Florida fan. Um, he tried to get me to be a Jets fan, and I said, I'm just not going to watch football. Your choices. Watch the Jets or never watch football again the rest of your life. And then the Seattle Mariners were the team I gravitated to as a kid, only because Ken Griffey Jr. Like, I loved watching that dude play. But then as I got watching baseball and, and David Wright came on the scene, I really, really fell in love with the Mets. And I mean, we've kind of been Mets. The only team that we can agree on to date right now is the Mets. The wife even took me to a Mets Cubs game where I think the Cubs won. She's a jerk. She's a big Cubs fan. What?
Did you use my stat?
No, I'm on a call though.
Yes.
Hey, tell her to jump on and tell her why she loves the Cubs. Hey, come here, Em. They want to talk to you for a second. No, they want to know why you like the Cubs. Talk into here. Talk into here.
Hello.
Hey, Em. First of all, how are you feeling?
Good. No issues. I'm good.
Good. That's good to hear. Tell the listeners, why are you a Chicago Cubs fan?
All right. You want the honest truth?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Is the lie better? Which one's better?
No, it's all good. When I was a kid, I hung out with my cousins and we'd play it on the video games. And the two brothers would always be Giants versus the Cubs. And I picked the Cubs because I like their colors better than the Giants. And then I ended up following them along, getting to know their players. We had WGN on TV before they made it like a propriety thing and got rid of WGN. But yeah, I followed them ever since. I was probably like around 10 at the time, and now I'm 32.
Yeah. Tell them about the blog that you used to have.
Well,
Didn't you have a Cubs blog or something like that?
I didn't make a blog. I read a blog.
Oh,
they discontinued it because
the
guy died. There's a blog, and the guy died, unfortunately.
Well, that sucks. I mean, way to bring the story down now. Hey, so
I mean,
let me ask.
I never met him.
So
what's up?
I'm just gonna say that's probably like the third best decision you've ever made in your life, choosing the Cubs over the Giants. In that, can we just agree the Giants probably have the ugliest colors and uniforms in the history of baseball?
No, that's the A's.
Oh, now you gotta go. Now you gotta go. Well, this interview backfired real quick. Oh, Emily, well, thank you. Everybody here at the Mob has been pulling for you guys, praying for you guys, all that good stuff. So we're pulling for the Twins and you guys, and I'm glad to hear that you're feeling well. And go Cubbies.
Yeah, thanks. Thank you guys for all the treats and stuff you've sent in the mail. We do appreciate it, but we will keep updating you.
Awesome.
We'll let Wink do that, but thank you.
All right, thanks, Em. Appreciate it. All right, Wink. Yep. You don't know who your rival is yet, I don't think. I don't think anybody really knows. Any final thoughts here on... I don't think I've ever heard her call me Wink before. You know what? That kind of threw me off, too. I was like, did she just say her Wink?
Oh, yeah.
Huh?
What do you want me to call?
Nothing. I think that's the first time you've ever used my nickname. I mean, you just never know what you're going to hear on one of these shows, bro. Did you probably couldn't hear. She goes, what do you want me to say, asshole? Yeah, we actually would have liked that better. I said yeah. Yeah. That's awesome. Lots of good thoughts and stuff in the chat as well. Corn, do you really have a Cubs logo? Did I see that when we visited? I don't remember that. Maybe I just tuned it out. We prefer Mr. Asshole is what he says. All right, Wink, final thoughts about being an owner now here, bringing the Mets into Mob Season 2, not too far around the corner, probably about a month and a half away. Your final thoughts before we move on to the final team. No, just excited to get out there and compete. Looking forward to seeing what the old versus new has in store, because I have a feeling that these new teams that get brought in are going to get looked over because they're new, and we're going to stick it right up the old school's ass. Hey, you know what? If somebody can remind me when we go to make the schedule, let's go ahead and make sure that an old school team plays a new school team in week 1. I think that would be a lot of fun. I know we normally do rivals, but let's do an old school, new school. We do rivals week 2 or vice versa, whatever way we do it early. Oh yeah, I just got it, Zach. You really do have a Cubs fucking tattoo. All right, I don't know. I just don't remember seeing that. I guess I don't remember. All right, everybody. The New York Mets will be joining the mob here in season 2. Wink is going to be the owner. Wink, congratulations, and thanks for bringing him in, buddy. Where's my golf clap, Ray?
I thought he was gonna fucking say thank you or some shit. Fuck off.
Eat shit, Dave.
No, I'm just glad he's not calling me Wink. That's all I really care about. All right, folks, we got 3 teams down, 1 to go. The A's are coming in. Their rival's going to be the Giants. The Mets are coming in. Who's their rival going to be? I think it's going to be surprising. It's not a rivalry, I think, that you would normally think about on paper. But if you think about it with your brain and your mind and your head, you might see otherwise. That being said, and this is going to throw some people for a loop. Once again, remember, I told everybody not to tell anybody. Here we go. The final expansion team for Mob Season 2 will be... the Milwaukee Brewers, and they will have the rivalry with the Mets. They're both National League teams. They're both kind of up north and whatever. It's close enough. But here's the even more surprising. I mean, that's surprising, right? A's, Giants, Mets. You see that Milwaukee? You'd be like, oh, that's kind of out of left field. Well, you know what's even more surprising than bringing the Brewers in is who the owner is going to be. You've heard him many times before in this league and on this show and other shows and other leagues. As a matter of fact, you heard him tonight. Let me bring in the owner of Season 2 Mob, Milwaukee Brewers, Yogi Barr, in the house. Yogi, this was a tough one to keep secret, bro.
I didn't tell anybody. I didn't even tell the person that I want to be my co-owner yet. You told me nobody.
Nobody. Now remember too, co-ownership is not necessary. We'll work out all the kinks later for how we're going to do expansion and all that shit. But I know. So you wanted to be an owner originally, which you are in Season 1, Yankees. You guys have 2 owners over there. You're both pretty active. Is this just a kind of I want to go do my own thing now, or what made you decide to leave the Yankees, which is your favorite team, and go do bring the Milwaukee Brewers?
Well, I got the experience of playing on the Yankees, and it was pretty much a 1-year deal. If we were going to expand, I was going to bring somebody in, and I thought long and hard. And I don't have the great stories that everybody else had, but I grew up in Richmond, Virginia, and that's the AAA team of the Atlanta Braves. So I got to see Dale Murphy and Bruce Benedict and all those guys come through all the years. And the parent team to the Atlanta Braves was the Milwaukee Braves. So I chose Milwaukee Brewers. I think they got a fun emblem. I think they got a neat stadium with the slide on home run.
Yep.
I just thought it would be fun to add to our league.
Yep. I completely agree. I don't know how this is going to work out, but I can tell you the number 1 Milwaukee Brewer fan that I know is Worm. So just throwing that out there, by the way. Just like we all know Bullet is a Mets fan, nobody is a Giants fan, and then there's some A's fans, except Mrs. Wink apparently is not one of them.
We got Bumpy Johnson and Squatty Ducati, I believe, are from Milwaukee too. Just saying.
What?
They're from Milwaukee.
Oh, that's right. Duh. I forgot about that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
All right. That is.
So I don't know. I haven't talked to anybody.
No, but I forgot about them too. This is going to be crazy. Well, and you've also got, Wink, is Chris Lee a Mets fan? You got him. He lives up there by you in New York. Is Chad still on here, or did he have to bounce? Chad had to bounce.
Isn't Mike all from Wisconsin too?
That's what he just said. He said Mike.
Yeah,
that's
Milwaukee.
Ducati. Yes.
Oh, Squatty Ducati.
Squatty Ducati is Mike all.
Bullet's a huge Mets fan.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I don't think he's ever.
On the Yankees.
I don't think he's ever said that.
I don't think there is another Mets fan in this league.
No.
I mean, we know Bullet is. I mean, you're right though. He might be the only one. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
That's pretty wild though. But Yogi, I know you didn't have a great story, but I appreciate you wanting to help the league expand, leaving your Yankees for the betterment of the league. So I appreciate you doing that, and welcome to your season 2 mob ownership.
Thank you much. Enjoy.
All right, folks. As I'm going to wait for Freddie to come in here in the next few minutes, I'm going to go through some of these comments and see what anybody has to say. Give me your thoughts about the A's, Giants, Mets, and Brewers coming into the league next season. Oh, Leathers too. You're right, Gunny. So we got Worm, All, Bo, and Leathers they all live in Wisconsin. Now it doesn't mean they're Milwaukee Brewers fans though. Just because they live there doesn't mean they're fans. Just saying that.
I mean, Wisconsin's basically Canada Part 2, right? So wouldn't crazy.
Isn't the whole northern part of the United States is Canada Part 2? But let me see. Leather says Reds and Pirates coming soon. Yeah, no. Members only. National League Central says Keith. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah. So we have 4. Do we have 4 American and 4 National? We do. That keeps it good too. So we have to figure out how we're going to do this. If we're going to do divisions or not. We probably will, I would think. But we'll have those discussions. I'm going to start an owner DM after this, or maybe an owner's channel. We'll see. And we'll start hashing all that out and see how we want to go forward. Because here's the thing. If everybody remembers, every team has 2 co-owners, but they also have a franchise player 1, which is supposed to be on a 3-season contract, a franchise player 2 that's supposed to be on a 2-season contract, and then everybody else is on 1-season contracts. Well, if we can get to, I've already talked to the owners about this. I want to get to 48 players in the league before season 2, so everybody can have 6 players. If we don't get to 48, we may have to cut some corners. We'll see what happens. That being said, how do we move that many people around while keeping those deals for everybody else? So a lot of conversations I have over the next few weeks. But more importantly, let's finish up season 1. Wink says American League, National League, season 1 teams or division 1. Oh, we could do that. Or just call it the OGs and the new Gs.
Yeah, and then you have that the World Series being new school versus old school.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that. I don't want to call it American and National. I think we should come up with our own name. But I
was using that as an example.
No, I like the idea though. The OGs and the what do you call it? The newbies, it doesn't have to be that, but you know what I'm saying. Wait, 5. Oh yeah. Wait, he's saying there's 5 NL and 3 American League. No, we have.
Yeah, there's 5. There would be 5 NL. Yeah.
Oh, the Giant. Oh, you know why? Because Milwaukee used to be in the American League. That's what was throwing me off, I think. That's right. Yeah, whatever. Hey, I like the old school, new school thing better anyway. But good catch, Rob. I appreciate that. Let me go through this real quick while we're waiting to see if Freddie's going to jump in here or not. Brewers are national. Yeah, they're national now, but they used to be American, Rob. That's what I was saying. Milwaukee is the school colors of Yogi's alma mater, says Gunny. Hey, Freddie, what's up, buddy? How you doing, man?
I'm good. Great show. Congratulations to all the new owners, the new team. Some fresh meat.
Some fresh meat for sure. Let me get through some of these comments, and then we'll have you sing us home. Crazy says, congrats to all the new owners. League expansion seems like it's going to be a blast in season 2. Yeah, I agree with that. I think I read a lot of this already stuff. Oh, a couple people said gross. The league is going to hell with all these shit teams, says Ray. I already have a free agent waiting to sign, Dave. My DMs are blowing up. I probably should have made a rule of no contact till after the season, but whatever. We should all be gentlemanly, per se, for the rest of this season at least. All right. I'm going to go around the horn before we have Freddie sing us home. Wink, I'm going to start with you. I know you probably didn't hear most of the show. We had a big show. We talked about weeks 4 and 5, or I'm sorry, 3 and 4. We did the week 3 and 4 awards. We went over a bunch of stats, league leaders, all that kind of stuff. Introduced all the new teams. It's been a pretty jam-packed show. What are your thoughts overall, either about the show, how Mob's doing, the direction we're going, anything like that? And then I'll move up. I'm just going to go up the list here.
I'm excited for the direction that Mob's going. I think that I was a little skeptical and things were a little crazy with the kids when everything first came to fruition, and I increasingly became a little sad that I wasn't involved as an owner in season 1. So I'm happy to be involved in season 2, and I'm happy to keep the progression of this league going.
Awesome. Yeah, I think. Well, here's the thing too, right? I got to be honest with you. I never even played the show until this game came out. There was a huge learning curve. I dove right in. I had a few other people dive right in, and it's been a lot of fun. I think the beta season was a lot of fun. You notice I brought the A's in because they're one of my favorite teams. I'm gonna have to redo that whole fucking roster over. Actually, I'm gonna make Soto do it, and then we'll just import it. But Keith, your thoughts here on tonight's show, direction of the league, whatever you want to talk about.
Yeah, I mean, season 1's been a blast so far. I'm looking forward to seeing how the rest of the season turns out. And with the new teams in, just getting some fresh faces in here, maybe some new team identities, some new strategies that people want to go with as far as how they want to play the game, that kind of thing. It's going to be interesting to see just how this league evolves over the next few seasons.
Yeah, I mean, if nothing else, we're having fun figuring it out along the way. Ray, your thoughts on tonight's show, mob, etc.
I said it in chat. I'll say it again. This league is going straight to hell. At least we got a better New York team in the league, though.
That's something. I mean, at the cost of bringing the Giants. Oh, my God. Hold on. I just fucking threw up in my mouth when I said that. Sorry. I usually call them the midgets when Chad and I are arguing, but apparently that's not PC or some shit. But on a serious note, Ray, 8 teams doubling in one season. We're going to cut it down to 6 players as long as we can get 48 in here. What do you think about the roster sizes at 6?
I mean, it's a lot less stressful for the owners, pretty much.
Yeah, and I think, well, no, they'll have to build up. They'll have to build their AIs the same, I think. The good thing is that we will probably allow people who wanted to play other positions and had to settle for right field or whatever. Now with more teams and only 6 per team, you might be able to move up and play a new position. So that'll probably be on the table as well. I see that Chad had to bounce, so let me go to Greg. Greg, your final thoughts tonight, the league, new teams, whatever.
Hold on, I'm still regurgitating over Chad in the Giants.
Dude, right, dude? Oh my god.
Oh my god. Anyways, no, man, I'll tell you what, man. This honestly, we've known each other. I want to say maybe like 5 years now in like different leagues. I gotta tell you, man, no bullshit. I am having so much fun in this league. In the short time span that we have been doing this for like 5 weeks, maybe 6 before it even started. Honestly, nothing against what we've done before in other leagues and what we're doing. This is honestly the most fun I have had in any sim league in the last 5 years. I am having a blast. I don't see this as anything like a headache. Like even if I got to build the team, if I got to build a stadium, dude, I'm so excited. I'm very happy for all the owners except San Francisco Giants that just came in. Fuck Chad. I'm sure Eagle's going to approve that message.
Yes. He will.
But man, I'm just super excited. I really, truly am having so much fun. Whether it's on the Twitch channel, through our games, through everybody that's announcing, that's an analyst, that's doing play-by-play, Special K for all the stats, just kudos to him. I mean, you and everybody, and I know this is like a little love kiss-ass session is what it sounds like, but honestly, down to earth, this is the most fun that I have had in a very, very long time, and I'm really excited for season 2. I'm excited for this season, period, even with the Cubs. I want to have a winning record. I want to win. I'm just really excited, and I'm happy that it's moving in this direction.
That's awesome to hear, bro. No, I appreciate it. There's no kiss ass there. When I I talk all my shit and whatever, but when I hear stuff like that, it's humbling anyway, so I appreciate the words. I did want to say something. You said, fuck, I was going to make an announcement on something. Something you said. I forgot what it was, though.
About me getting DMs? Getting DMs, people wanting to come to this.
Something you just said. I was going to make, well, shit.
Hey, Greg.
Yeah.
Shut up, bitch!
I'm sure I'll remember
come
as
on,
soon as
Ray.
I'll remember right when we go off air.
We're
Probably.
still teammates, man. Come on.
Oh yeah, for the time being. Freddie, welcome back, bro. I know it's been a few weeks since we've done this, but welcome back to the show. How have you been, man? And happy birthday yesterday.
Everything's good. I had a good birthday yesterday. Ate quite a bit, and yeah, I'm ready for the end of the season to come and get started up for season 2. I'm looking forward to it. Like I said, new teams. One thing we need to do is maybe with these AI players is have us a player build draft like we had in SSF.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
I don't know if I want to do all that, but here's something I was thinking. You guys let me know what you think about this, and let me know in the chat. I was thinking that next season we would allow each team to draft one superstar player if they want to have them, like an Aaron Judge, Freddie Freeman, whatever.
Nobody wants that bum.
Fuck off. And then, but they would have to decrease like down to like an 80 overall or 75 or 77 or whatever we decide on. That's something I was thinking about, Freddie. So if an owner has their favorite player, like for example, I'm sure Joe Delaney would love to have Aaron Judge on his team, right? I'm sure Chad would love to have Mookie Betts or I can't even fucking say it without laughing. But anyway, that's something I've been thinking about. Freddie, what do you think about that?
That's interesting. Yeah. Everybody would probably want Shohei Ohtani though.
Well, there's not going to be any two-way players, so if you want them, you have him either as a pitcher or a hitter or a fielder. However, he's got to follow the earnings rules just like everybody else does. So, or create an old school player. Yeah, Doug, they have those in the game too. We can do that as well. But again, there's a lot of balls up in the air right now, so we'll figure all that out. And I just remembered, sorry, Freddie, what I was going to say when Soda was talking. He was talking about Keith doing stats and broadcast and stuff. I also wanted to say each team is supposed to have a spreadsheet rep. Gunny, I need to get with you guys. I still need a rep from you guys. But just so you know, Nate, Britton, and Ray for the other three teams have been on top of shit. They've been watching the earnings stuff. We all edit the spreadsheet together. We have a little DM, and they've been communicating. So I just wanted to throw a shout out to them that they've been doing a great job as well. I shut everybody out for week 3 and did the whole sheet myself to make sure everything was accurate. But starting after that, everybody's been pitching in, and it's been great. Plus, Nate and actually Britton made it, and then Nate helped fill it out originally as well. So there you go. All right, yeah, one from each organization. It has to have a spreadsheet rep. That's a thing now. All right, Freddie, I think we've talked enough. We've beaten this horse down. We are getting ready to go into week 5 here at the Mob. Cubs at Orioles, Yankees at Cards, and Freddie singing us home. So, Freddie, do your thing.
All right, Mob, here we go. Turn out the lights, the party's over. They say that all good things must end. Let's call it a night. The party's over until tomorrow night when the ball games begin again. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody. Special thanks to everybody that tuned in tonight. Everybody in the chat. Loved all the back and forth. Appreciate Chad and Soto, Ray, Yogi, Keith, Freddie. I think that's everybody that was on. If I forgot somebody, shout it out.
Winkler.
Oh, and Wink. Yeah, and Wink jumping on. Congrats to all the new owners. We've got, just to reiterate what I told Doug Day earlier, we got week 5 this week, week 6 next week, 2 out of 3 semi-playoffs the week after that, 5-game World Series the week after that. So there you go. Thanks for being here. We'll see you tomorrow night right here back on this Twitch channel, 7:15 p.m. Eastern, as we kick off week 5 here in the Mob. The 5-7 Cubs at the 8-4 Orioles, 5-7 Yanks at the 6-6 Cards. We'll see you tomorrow night. Good night now!